Well, howdy, and welcome to Conversations with Coyotes. My name is Bravado, I am a coyote, and this is The Conversation. Well, here we are in week 2 of 4 weeks of sneaks, which is a hard name to say. But I suppose that's as good a name as any, and I already titled the other video, so we're stuck with it. Last week, I showed you some sneakers from before I really considered myself to be a sneaker enthusiast. That's not to say I wasn't interested in shoes, but I wasn't actively reading up on them or collecting them either. That changed pretty rapidly not all that long ago, so today I'm going to show you some of the first real sneakers I picked up. It's only fitting that my first proper sneaker purchase would also be my very first pair of Air Jordans. And what better place to begin than at the beginning? This is the Air Jordan 1 NYC, a variant of the shoes that kicked off a long legacy of amazing sneakers all the way back in 1985. Now these ones are much newer than that, and were initially only released at the Jordan brand flagship store in New York City, and then available as a Foot Action exclusive. But I didn't buy it from either of those places. Keeping in the tradition of firsts, this was also my first foray into buying from StockX, a marketplace for dead stock sneakers, streetwear, and other trendy sorts of items. The shoes themselves are very indicative of what my style was at the time, which is to say, pretty subtle. It's a super understated sneaker, which is what drew me to it. I love the different materials on the upper, and the cement midsole is a really interesting touch that you don't see on very many ones. And that's the thing about Jordan 1s, is that no matter your personal taste, there is almost certainly a pair out there that will appeal to you, and they're extremely easy to wear with whatever else is already in your wardrobe. Think of it as a Chuck Taylor with slightly more street cred. A couple of months later, I was getting the itch to add another pair of ones to my closet, and these caught my eye. If your first thought is that they couldn't be any more different than the last pair, that's the idea. These are the Russell Westbrook Jordan 1s, one of many player edition colorways that Jordan brand does. If you're not familiar, Westbrook is a professional basketball player who until recently was with the Oklahoma City Thunder and now plays for the Houston Rockets. He's been a Jordan athlete since 2012, and this Jordan 1 is one of a wide variety of lifestyle and performance shoes with his name on them. Or rather, his logo at least. I don't really know the thought process behind this color combination, but I love it a lot. There's this dark teal suede material, and then the infrared leather, and this teal mesh on the tongue, and with the black swoosh and the white midsole, it just all pops and looks so clean. Just super good. Also, I got them on eBay, so don't forget, you can buy sneakers on eBay. Well, it was bound to happen. You can't get a great deal on every sneaker, and this is one of the few that I've paid more for than what it cost at release. This is the Air Jordan 3 JTH in Bio Beige. There's a lot to love about this shoe, but let's start with the name. JTH is a combination of two sets of initials, JT for Justin Timberlake, who I'm sure needs no introduction, and TH for Tinker Hatfield, who maybe does if you don't pay attention to this sort of thing. In short, Tinker Hatfield is essentially the Johnny Ive of Nike. He's responsible for some of the most iconic Nike shoes of all time, including this Jordan 3, which is credited as the shoe that kept Michael Jordan from leaving the brand, the Air Max 1, the Air Max 90, and, for you nerds out there, the Nike Mag. Yeah, the Back to the Future shoes. Suffice it to say, dude is a legend. So anyway, back in 2018, for the 30th anniversary of the Jordan 3, he and Justin collaborated on two different JTHs. The first, the white one, debuted and went on sale during the halftime show of Super Bowl 52 here in Minneapolis. These, also known as the Man of the Woods colorway, came out in August of that year, but I didn't get mine until 2019, again through StockX and admittedly only a little bit above retail. The thing that really sets these apart from most other Jordan 3s is this, the swoosh on the side. That's something that only a few recent Tinker Edition shoes have. It feels like it's meant to be there, and as nice as the normal 3 is, it feels like something is missing in that space. Speaking of logos, the Jordan 3 was the first with the now iconic Jumpman logo. And true to the originals, these have the Nike branding on the heel instead of the weird in-between years where they got the Jumpman logo and the Air printed in that weird extended sans serif font. They still do that on some of the shoes for who knows why, and it doesn't ever look good. But I digress. These might be my favorite colorway of the 3 for obvious reasons. And finally, let's talk about one more icon, the black cement, aka Bred Jordan 4. If you watched the sneaker recap video I made at the end of last year, you already know how much I love the 4s. They're another Tinker-designed absolute icon of a shoe and a contender for one of the best looking Jordans of all time. These came out last year, which was the 30th anniversary of the original Jordan 4, and they're the first shoe I was actually able to pick up on the Sneakers app, which is what Nike uses for their limited release shoes. As with the 3s, these have the all-important Nike logo on the heel and outsole versus the Jumpman logo, and it's subtle details like that really make this a winner. All around, they're just a really great looking and versatile sneaker, and that's why I was so excited when they re-released them last year. If there's one shoe that comes to mind more than any other when I picture the golden age of Air Jordans from my childhood, this is it. And that wraps up week 2 of 4 weeks of sneaks. Ugh, it doesn't get better to say. Now after all this, I know what you're thinking. Doesn't this guy have sneakers from anyone besides Nike? And to that I say, tune in next week to find out. Thanks for watching, stay safe, and I'll catch y'all later. Nice.